And Ryan Newman joins us this morning. Ryan, good morning. Great to be with you today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Ryan, I know you've been back at Daytona in the fall. You raced there, but this is going to be your first time back at the 500. Talk about those emotions that you'll go through.
Hopefully not a lot. I mean, the strength of a race car driver is less emotions, in my opinion, but there will be some, no doubt. It's a special racetrack and has a special meeting prior to the 2020's Daytona 500. But even more so, just for me to be thankful for the opportunity and to spend it with my family and get to do something that I truly love.
I know you had said that you have no memories of the crash. You have no memories of the cover. You actually just started remembering things when you were walking out of the hospital. Talk about that, handling the emotions and knowing that when you come here, so many people are going to want to talk about that day.
Yeah, I just felt like God flipped my switch back on when I walked out of the hospital. Like it was crazy. I don't remember anything prior to, and I know they had me on some pretty heavy medications, which makes sense. But I don't know what percentage of it was, the injury, and what percentage of it was the medication. And just to be thankful for all the people that helped rescue me and save me and heal me. I think the man upstairs deserves most of that credit. But and people's prayers go a long ways. The reality is, I'm blessed with the opportunity to go back and try it all over again, and I'll do my best to get our Kohler generators forward in victory lane.
Yeah, I want to talk about that forward here in a minute. How does it change your outlook on life? And when you go through something like that, when you know that God was looking out for you, I mean, how does that change the way you view racing, the way you view life coming out of that?
It's really just a magnifier for somebody that's already grateful. I feel like I was always pretty thankful for all the opportunities that I've had in our sport in my life. But at the same time, it magnifies that. It's powerful. And, I won't say it changed me, but it exaggerated the things that needed to be exaggerated.
Did you ever think about, Ryan, that this is it for me racing? I mean, how difficult a decision was that to come back?
No, thankfully, I guess, with the fact that I couldn't remember any of it, maybe if I could, I would change my mind. But the fact that I can't remember any of what happened, I think it's God's way of saying, just keep doing what you love.
Let's talk about just a reaction from the fans now since this has happened. I mean, how has that relationship changed?
There's it's touching because there's a lot of people that have experienced things like that. And the power of prayer, I think, is very important. But the reality is it's life. Until there's no longer life, you just keep living. And I'm fortunate, like I said, to be able to keep marching on.
Let's talk about a brand new season here. Everything starts at Daytona with the Super Bowl. A new season for you guys. How does the number 6 Ford look, and how does the NASCAR season look?
Well, I'm excited about the schedule. I'm excited about a lot of things, except for the fact that we aren't fully engaged with our fans getting back because of the way the world is spinning right now. But in the end, I hope that we get to that, and we can, create that passionate fan base that we've had at the racetracks. I mean, we still have it, don't get me wrong, but having them at the racetracks is I think, a different.
Last year, that of course the president was here. We had a full house right before the pandemic started. So this is the first 500 since all this started. At least there will be fans there. But how important is it for sports and NASCAR to get back to as normal as you can at this point and re-involve those fans?
It's very important, in my opinion. There's nothing like live action. There's nothing like getting to smell it and taste it and feel it. So I think that's key, and I think a lot of people have to consider that, at least the people that make the decisions that we're kind of stuck in right now.
Ryan, how does it change it for you as a race team? I mean, you obviously have to work by different rules. How much more challenging is it as a team that works closely together?
Well, when you're struggling, it's as we did last year. When you're struggling, it creates additional challenges. Again, because it's not easy, and you're limiting. Or at least the pandemic is limiting, our types of communication and levels of communication. So, and those are the key things, or that is the key thing to, teamwork to be stronger. So when we're struggling, as we did last year, that's a whole nother challenge that we weren't ready for or could expect. Now we have a better understanding of that and have some better systems put in place, and hopefully 2021 goes a lot smoother.
Ryan, some exciting storylines. I mean, Michael Jordan being more involved in the sport has got to be a good thing for NASCAR.
Well, definitely, we've seen different athletes and very successful sports athletes from other sports be a part of NASCAR in the past. Some have stuck around and some haven't. But yeah, I mean, it's a thing that ties sports together. No different than race car drivers being involved in other sports. I mean, I've done things in the fishing world that people maybe not realize, and maybe they don't care, but that's fine.
A final question, Ryan. How will you approach Speedweeks, and how will you approach getting ready for the race in the 500?
Well, we're there to win, and our team is focused, and you know, we've got to have raw speed in our cars. We've got to have, you know, fast, competitive cars, and then we've got to do our jobs and then get a little bit lucky.
I know a lot of people are pulling luck for you as well. It's just great to see you back. It's going to be great to see you back out on the racetrack. So best of luck to you, and thanks for spending some time with us, Ryan.
Yep, thank you.